Good morning and welcome to episode 13 of Master Strokes. For the uninitiated, I just want to inform this is a series where we speak to leaders involved with transformation, digital transformation. This is produced by us at Business World along with IBM. Today I'm privileged to have two leaders who work on transformation. Mr. Pardi, who's here, is the Chief General Manager at Bank of India. He heads up information technology, digital lending, data analytics, and digital banking. And he's been with the bank for 34 years. What's very, very interesting is that Bank of India is not any other organization. You seldom get to speak to an organization that has got $100 billion in assets. They have a revenue of close to $7 billion, which is about 55,000 crore Indian rupees, $500 million in revenue, which is close to 4,000 rupees, 5,100 plus branches, 5,100 plus ATMs, all of it. And you will hear from him and you will understand why it's happening. That a 118-year-old company yet seems like a startup and on top of technology. Thank you, Mr. Pardi, for being with us. And Ranish, thank you very much. Ranish is with IBM. He's the head of public sector FSS for IBM India and South Asia. Ranish, as I say, IBM is again no ordinary company, much older than I think even Bank of India, 125, 130 years old. I don't see y'all as a technology company, never seen it that way. Y'all are a company that have helped industries transform into a different level of operation, into changing businesses. Y'all have helped industries exist. So I'm actually pleased to. I normally do not like to patronize companies that I interview, but I'm so happy that I'm sitting with two. How do I call it? I don't want to call them legacy companies because it seems something else, but 120-year-old young legacy companies. Welcome again, Mr. Pardi. Let me start with you. My first question is, a lot is changing. Times have changed. Everything is evolving, and with the constant change in technology, governance, and most importantly, customer preferences, customer requirements. What do you see as the key growth drivers and, for Bank of India?
Before I come into specifics, I would like to throw light on some of the key things, key enablers, which is impacting this whole journey of digitalization. The first one is, if you look at the adoption of digitalization, that has really been very, very exciting. Since 2004-5, we have started our internet banking, and that has been adopted by our customers very well. And then everything went on mobile first approach. And here we introduced our mobile banking during the year 2018, and we could be able to enroll close to 8 to 9 million plus customers on our mobile banking platform, and currently we have also around 8.4 million customers on our internet banking platforms.
Correct.
And as you all know, UPI has been a very disruptive technology so far as payment system is concerned, and here we have seen significant growth in payment systems, and we have almost 180 lakh customers, say about 18 million customers, right? So from here you can very well imagine how the customers have adopted this digitalization journey very fast. Here, if you look at the entire ecosystem, so everybody is contributing very significantly for the growth of digitalization. The number one is the government nudge and the government initiatives which has made the things like public good infrastructure. This is really a commendable step in the journey of digitalization, which is helping all the banks to come out with the really new and innovative products. Secondly, if you look at the tech enablers, now with the growing digitalization, what is happening is that the number of transactions are growing very fast. So you need a very scalable system to cater to the requirements of the customers. And here another important factor is that how simple your current design is, how the user experience is. Unless this user interaction and user experience is superb, the customers will not like it. So that is the key design element which is at the crux of the issue. If you look at the runaway success of UPI, then definitely you will see that this is a very simplistic design and intuitive customer journey. And this proves beyond doubt that anything that is simple, that is quick and easy to use, definitely customers will like this. And keeping all these things in mind, I think it was in the right step that we thought of starting our digitalization journey. And before we started, we also took the inputs from our customers and as to what is their expectation. How do they like this to be? As you see, wherever we go, there are disruptive technologies coming. There are many important customer fulfillments enabled by technology. For example, if you are going to any shopping site, see how AI is helping you. If you search for any article, then you get the details, and then you get the hyper personalized content of the digital marketing. Same is the case if you are going to any other large consumer section, then they have all the details of you and they keep flooding you with so many promotions and offers. So what is the bank which is really working for this? This is nothing but your artificial intelligence, then your data analytics, which is at the power play. All these things are for the good of the customers, because you don't have to go through the normal types of offers, or this cannot be targeted for everybody for a single type of product. So the hyper personalization is the order of the day. When digitalization is growing, there is naturally a need for your addressing the customer grievances and chargeback in a very effective and quickest possible time. So there also technology helps a lot. Say for example, when we are designing this whole ecosystem, whole journey, we have to keep in mind how it is going to impact my end customers, those who are residing at the farthest part of the country where the internet connectivity is slow and the branch is also far away. How do we help them? So if we are able to solve this problem, then probably we have taken care of the entire customers, and the customer experience then become very fantastic. As you all know that API open banking is now a very important subject, and this really helps in integrating various systems in a very seamless manner. That way, we decide the journey, how it will be look like, how we give a better experience to the customers. At the end of the day, as I said earlier, experience is all that matters. How we can auto-populate the data, how we can prompt the customer with related input so that he has to make the minimal data entry and yet able to complete the transactions in a very seamless manner and without bothering for this. So these are some of the key drivers. So I would sum up saying that a lot of technological advancements is happening and a lot of proactive regulatory prescriptions are helping us to create an environment and ecosystem where the customers trust and they are able to bank with us and take the transactions and various customers journeys forward. So at the forefront, these are some of the key principles that is driving the entire digitalization. When we have started this digitalization journey, we have taken care of all these aspects and we are providing many banking services and related services so that the customer is able to get most of the services under a single platform. And here another pain point of the customer was that when you are having different kind of systems, whether my data are synced across systems so that I get a seamless experience, which we normally call omni-channel experience. So omni-channel experience is very important from a customer perspective. So while we are deciding this on the digitalization, we have taken care of this as well. Finally, in our country, you will see there is internet connectivity issues. So how do we solve this? Many of the banks, they have released their light up, but we are thinking of releasing this light up in a new and innovative manner. How? So that this becomes invisible to the customer. Whenever there is low connectivity, the customer himself will be prompted to say that you are in an area where you will not be able to avail the full suite of services that those are being offered. But yes, the selected functionalities will be available to you, so that you are not inconvenienced. At the same time, you will be in a position to conclude your transactions, which are the basic necessities, in a quickest possible time, with the same experience and with the same time. I think these are some of the highlights that I wanted to share with you.
Thank you. You covered some of the points that I have in my second question. In any case, there might be some more that you should be able to add. That being a 118-year-old brand, old bank, y'all have a lot of legacy data. Y'all have had a lot of legacy apps. I don't want to ask you what prompted you into the digital transformation journey, but would love to know where it started. And what does your digital transformation journey look like? Are there some key highlights in it that have helped you, that have helped the customer?
Yeah, as I said we started the digitalization journey way back in 2004 and 5, and we have seen the benefits of it. And now, in the modern age, we are also looking at other peers, banks, and non-financial institutions, neobanks, how the experience is being redefined. So it is always better that we provide a superior banking experience to our customers through technology interventions. So this is the objective, that we should have a complete customer satisfactions, whatever the customers are looking at. The key highlights are, yes, legacy systems are there, but as I told earlier, now this API open banking, the kind of APIs integrations, those have made the journeys really, really super. You don't have to bother how to connect with the systems because of the ease of API open banking. There, if you happen to come across our digital offering, you will observe that our customer journeys are very, very simplistic, and you can complete these transactions in the quickest possible time. Some of the journeys you can even complete under 1 minute. So that is the kind of impact that we are looking at. And we have seen that where there are frictionless journeys, the customer adoption is very fast. This is one part of rollout of the digital journeys. And second part is some part I mentioned earlier, that when the customer is interested in doing any kind of transactions, this is not only the financial transactions, this is also extending to all kinds of customer journeys. That includes your, say, customer onboarding through account opening, say, then the customer is looking at opening loan accounts, then say, for example, he is interested in some third party products. And another area is where the customers, they are contributing to the NPAs, PPF, they are opening accounts for SSAs, senior citizen saving schemes, and sitting at the comfort of their home, they want to file Form 15G, H, enter the PPAs for honoring their checks, getting statements, getting the certificates, digitally signed certificates. So this helps the customer to get a full host of banking services through these digital platforms in a very seamless manner. So to make sure that the customers are not inconvenienced, we are also integrating this with our digital platform, so that what happens in case of chargeback and grievances, they are able to track this end to end, as how this journey has happened, how this is happening, right? So these are some of the areas which are really need of the hour for the customers and really goes a long way in meeting the customer expectations. And when the journeys are right, as I said, and definitely the adaptability is very fast and customers start liking. Of course, we learn from the customer feedbacks. We continue to get a stream of feedback from various sources, and we continue to, improve our journeys based on the customer expectations and the hiccups those are being faced by our customers.
Thank you. So the banking, the entire ecosystem is very cluttered. What are Bank of India's differentiators in your revamped channels?
Yeah, thank you. This is an interesting question. Yeah, I am happy to share that the kind of digital offering that you are seeing, this is not a normal one. We have gone ahead with a platform banking approach. So what is the advantage of platform banking approach? The platform banking approach has the advantage that once you connect to the backend systems, one integration, that's all. And you can provide the customer related services through various channels. You can provide the same kind of services through mobile banking, through internet banking, and even you can expose the APIs for the customers to consume and have a unique, journeys which can be integrated into their own ERP system and whatever system they are using. And these are the enablers, right? So the first is your platform banking, omni-channel experience, and then what happens if you are having only one platform, then we have to take care of the security aspects as well. The digital, while rolling out the digital services, it is very, very important that we take care of the customers' security aspects. So we have designed this in such a manner that we provide best-in-class security features. And apart from this, what we are giving is that the control in the hands of the customer. Say for example, we have provided app sleep mode. App sleep mode, what does it mean? Essentially is that here you can switch off your channels at an predetermined interval so that no other transactions other than those pre-approved transactions like standing instructions and all will go through. So this is one unique feature that we have provided. And another thing that we have provided is that, you see, I am giving some of the examples only. I think there are quite a few. Here, the customer journey is very smooth because this is API-led. The end-to-end customer journey is designed by us. This is on a grounds-up build approach, which gives us a lot of flexibility in designing our own journeys and amending it or modifying it to suit the needs of the customers. And a wholly integrated, grievance redressal system to take care of the customers, and the customers can track it end to end. And some of the innovative features that we are providing, those include, say for example, we are giving pool funds feature. I will explain a bit about pool fund feature. Here, what happens when you start the journey? Say for example, you have 2-3 accounts. You start with a transaction which is exceeding the amount which is there in your primary account or in any other account. Then in normal case, what you would have done, you would have gone back, transferred the amount to the funding account and then started the journey. Here what we have done is within that journey itself, you can fund the account from where you are trying to do the remittance, and even this includes the soon to be released UPI feature. Through UPI feature, you can also fund it account through your linked account in whichever bank it is, so that the journey becomes seamless.
Correct.
So we are here essentially looking at the customer convenience so that he doesn't have to come back and again restart the journey. Similar is the case in case of failure transactions. When the transactions are getting failed, and definitely what we're going to do is that normally you would cancel, restart the journey. But we are going to give the option to the customer so that he only has to seek the alternate channel through which he wants to make a remittance and then make only an authorization or authentication for this. Another interesting feature that we have provided is that this is for small amounts within the regulatory limit. Of course, we have given the convenience of dispensing with the additional authorization, so that for small payment the customer becomes, the customer can complete the transaction in the quickest possible manner. Um, Coming to the fixed deposits, and definitely the customer can open the fixed deposit seamlessly. He can change his TDS deduction account number. He can change the repayment account number. He can change the nominees. He can change the maturity instructions, and even he can make a prepayment through the app. He can avail of the OD against the app. If there is a rising interest rate scenario, he can even extend the term deposits. All these kind of functionalities are being provided for the fixed deposit customers. You can open the RD. So far as government deposits and government accounts are concerned, here say for example, the customer wants to open, he can open it seamlessly through the open the account seamlessly through the app, and even he can enter the standing instructions till the maturity of the account, so that he doesn't have to bother about funding the account. This happens automatically. You will see in many of the apps this mandate details, these are not available. So this extends to your normal fund transfer standing instructions, your e-mandate, through debit cards, credit cards, your NACH mandate, and these government account related mandates. We have given this interface to the customer, so that the customers are able to view this from a single view. Of course, relating to the same mandates. And we have also provided how to manage this. If he has to cancel a mandate, if he has to pause it, if he has to see the history of the transactions, those are happening, those journeys. So all these things are transparently visible to the customers, so that the customer really knows how this is all happening at the back. For example, you'll see, so far as check presentment is concerned, we are giving a full view of the check history, so that the customer knows how many times it has been presented and how, on which day it has been honored, and if the charges are deducted for any account, then probably that is also visible. So these are some of the things that the customers really want, and they really come and approach the bank for getting these details. But providing this at the digital channel is definitely an enabler to for our customers, and that I think really helps them. And here these are only a few. This is a very big project, and going forward this will have a lot of new initiative that will be coming up and helping the customers. These are to name only a selected few.
Thank you. Ranish, thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Like I mentioned, you work for a company that has been transforming industries. A lot of companies, I think, exist because of the transformation that you all have brought about. Coming back to the banking sector, various banks have reached various milestones in their digital transformation journey, therefore various different levels of maturity. What do you all feel as IBM are the key technology drivers pertinent now to drive growth in this segment?
So before answering your question, Hoshi, let me just say, you must have seen how Mr. Padi is passionate about it.
I wanted to say it.
And that's what his ownership, and he handpicked people to deliver such a large and transformation project. So when we say about digital transformation, it's a very misnomer word, misunderstood word in general. There are two situations wherein every organization faces. Either they will digitally upgrade, or they will go digital transform. Maximum of the organization, they opt for a route which is very simple and easy to do, is digitally upgrade. Many of the banks today have already embarked their journey of digital upgrade. But there are few visionary banks, visionary leaders, who take a complex task of simplifying things through digital transformation. And I'm happy to say, after SBI, Bank of India was a second bank which took this path. And they took it in such a way that they kept customer in the focal and designed everything basis what is customer's requirement, then bank's requirement, then regulators requirement. Digital upgrade is simple. You have an iPhone 14 today, you want to buy an iPhone 15, easy, you go swap it, you get iPhone 15. Same way organization does it, wherein they replace one product with another product and they enable all their customers through digital channels. What Bank of India has done, a digital transformation wherein they've actually put in a layer of entire platform, and that platform is enabling them to create all those functionalities and journeys which are required for customer, and they are creating from scratch. So as on today, if I say 300 plus functionalities are live, out of that 30% functionalities, sir, correct me if I am wrong, 30% plus functionalities would be unique functionalities which Bank of India is giving to their customers, which is not available with any bank today in India. Now, looking at that kind of a scenario, digital transformation is not an easy job. When I say this, it takes a lot of patience, a lot of effort, a lot of teamwork, a robust organization as a system integration partner to take care entire journey of their transformation, which is there. So digital transformation, by and large, all the banks have embarked their journey. There are smaller banks which are catching up with it, and they will anyways move forward to it. So whether it is digital upgrade or digital transformation. What is next now? So 2013 had been a buzzword which is about AI. It came to generative AI, and what is next now is going to be generative AI. Generative AI is actually going to re-engineer the entire banking interaction with their own customers. Now, it is going to help maximum of the departments of the bank to function the way they are functioning today, but on a different note. Departments like marketing, departments like customer care, departments like legal, departments like risk, even cyber security or HR would be empowered by a lot of LLMs, large learning models which are available today with any enterprise class generative AI products. It is going to transform the way the bank is functioning today. So I would say the next thing would be generative AI, which is going to revolutionize the banking space.
We'll come to that a little later. Mr. Padi, let me come back to you.
Yeah.
You all are a PSU bank. A lot of your accounts customers lie in semi-urban and rural areas, right? You spoke a little bit about this, but how do you all ensure that your digital initiatives look after such a varied set of customers and their requirements?
Yeah, I hail from a rural area, so definitely this is a subject which is very, very close to my heart. We can serve the entire customer segment if we are able to serve our rural and semi-urban customers well. So while rolling this out, we have thought it through, and we thought how we can help each and every customer, whether he or she is literate or illiterate, to do the banking transactions seamlessly. The first thing I would like to mention is that we are providing this through multiple languages. The customer can do the banking transaction in his or her own language. We are providing 11 languages apart from English. So that is first part. Of course, many of the banks are providing this. Secondly, we have taken into account the connectivity issues, the bandwidth issues that come in the way of the digitalization. So we will be integrating these light functionalities into our app so that this becomes very easy to use. And while we are using this app, We are also simultaneously going to release this IB in some time, so that this gives a true omni-channel experience and the customers can access these banking services from the convenience his home, from his phone or PC or whatever we. Third thing is regarding your conversational banking. Even we are targeting that the conversational banking will come up in a big way that is going to help our customers. In the current form also, you will kindly observe that our customers have started using the conversational bot for banking financial transactions. So that is a good sign, but I think with the learnings getting in place, definitely will be in a better position to help our customers. Presently, this is limited to only 3 languages, English, Hindi and English. Going forward, definitely depending on the experience that we can roll it out to other Indian languages as well. And another most important thing is that at times the customer may not be having his own, mobile phone which is a smartphone. It may be a feature phone, or maybe he may not be having any internet connectivity. In such scenario, the best option is to serve our customers through different banking outlets like our own branches and our own BC outlets. So this channel will give a uniform experience to the customers through all these channels. And definitely those who are from a business segment, definitely we are also going to give them certain facilities which is going to come up sometime later. All kind of facilities which are required for small merchants, that is required. You see, this is a very large project, and definitely all these rollouts will happen only in phases. The ultimate aim is to make sure that the major requirements of the customers, be it our retail customers, be it our corporate customers, we are able to meet their expectation, meet their banking services requirement through a multi-pronged approach, so that it helps them in all ways.
Thank you. Let's speak about you now. Okay, we've spoken about technology, we've spoken about the bank, and be ready because the questions coming to you also. If you weren't a technology professional, where would your passion that I'm seeing right now be directed? What would you be doing?
Yeah, here I have worked both in, I am a general banking officer, right? So I have worked in both operations as well as in technology. I think almost 50%. I have also worked as zonal head, spearheading the business of the bank. Had I not been in technology area, and definitely I would have loved to continue as business head and bring business for the bank. So this is really, I'm really fortunate that I'm in technology, but otherwise also I would have performed equally well.
Sir, let me rephrase that question. If you would not have been a banker,
I was just going to ask him because his whole passion seems to lie only around banking.
Yeah.
As a child or whatever, had you imagined something else? Singer, badminton player, pilot?
Here, of course, I love mentoring and grooming people so that they take on higher responsibilities, they understand the things well. Naturally, I have a flair for teaching. Had I not come to
Banking.
the banking sector, probably I would have more than happy to be a teacher.
I think the
teacher in the sense, be it in the college or school.
Or a banking institute, I think.
Banking institute, probably.
That's right.
So I think the bank industry is fortunate to have you. Ranish, what about you? What would you be doing if you weren't in technology?
So my first love had been always to join armed forces. It was just unfortunate that I could not. I studied from Sainik School, Rewa. I could not do that. But if I would not have been this side, I would have been surely an armed forces and doing something else outside the technology.
So armed forces.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you're the second person today. I mean, spoke to someone else earlier also who said his son wants to serve the country. Sir, I'll come back to you. Fascinating,
Okay.
both of you. But I have a feeling that if you would have been an educator, it would have been with the banking institute. Okay. So I'm going to read this question. Mr. Pardhi, with the rising popularity of frameworks such as UPI, ONDC, account aggregator, banks need to constantly innovate and upgrade. Can you share some insights on how your bank plans to keep pace over the next 2-3 years with such a dynamic environment?
Yes, that is the order of the day. As you all know, banking is competitive now. So, if you are to give the best of the customer services, then we need to constantly upgrade ourselves and innovate. That is equally, applicable for everybody. So here, this includes the digitalization of the journeys, which we have not yet done. We will be focusing on those kind of services that will, as I said earlier, all this digital transformation is not possible in one go. So this is continuous process, right? So we continue to work on it. We will definitely keep on delivering new products, new functionalities based on the digitalized journeys. We would love to do the digitalization journeys from end-to-end digitalization perspective, so that this brings a complete customer satisfaction and ease to the end customers, right? So this is one thing. And secondly, for innovation in, through digitalization is one part, but there are constant threats. So while we are rolling out these digitalization initiatives, it is also equally important that we protect our customers, we keep educating them, and in our digital channels, we would love to release this kind of educational materials, so that they are well aware of this, how to use the products and how to take certain actions if they are stuck up. That will really help all the customers alike.
Thank you. Ranish, no.
And of course, here
ahead.
I would like to mention one more thing. As you see, presently we have rolled out this, for our retail customers. We are working on the initiatives for the corporate customers as well. So definitely, the next is our focus area: how we provide a seamless banking experience to our corporate customers, and that too.
Correct.
You have seen that many banks have come out with ecosystem banking, so that this increases the stickiness, that gives a one-stop solution for all the customers. And definitely these are some of the prime and focus areas that we are going to take up. And you have rightly mentioned about account aggregators and all. Those are some of the facilities which is going to change the customer behavior. Maybe through our digital channels, will be in a position to provide them this kind of services, so that while using one app, they are able to view the balances, the account statements, which is pulled out from other banks, and this has been a great enabling, technology intervention by the government. Definitely, this is going to help the customers. And so far as ONDC and all concerned, we are on it, and definitely, as you know, we have to prioritize the things. We are focusing on the journeys or the requirements which are going to be used by the large section of the customers, so that we are able to meet their expectation. And definitely, parallelly and concurrently, we are working on this kind of initiatives, so that we give a wholesome experience which is more satisfying than anything else.
No conversation today can happen without AI, Gen AI, all of it. With IBM's recent announcement on AI, specifically Watson X, what's your perspective on how AI can shape and enhance experiences of enterprises?
That's right, Hoshi. And let me just say that on an individual capacity for everyone, AI is part of life. You pick up your mobile phone, AI is visible there. All those softwares, functionalities are powered by AI. It's an Netscape moment for all of us. As Netscape has done it for Internet Revolution, the same way ChatGPT has done for AI. On an individual consumption, we are using ChatGPT, those outcomes we are using on day-to-day basis. If you look at ChatGPT's outcome, there is always a disclaimer. Now, when it comes to business entities, these disclaimers doesn't work. Now, business entities require outcomes which are accurate, which can be scalable, and which can be adaptable. For banks, every bank that I have interacted with, they want to adopt AI. The problem is, at this juncture, they are unsure about how it is going to help their organization today. How can they use it seamlessly and how it can be done on a legal and risk-free manner. And that's where the problem actually happens, because if AI is implemented on a wrong way, the outcome can be very hallucinating. It can go complete wrong outcome altogether. That's where companies like IBM is playing a role, wherein we have enterprise class artificial intelligence platforms which can be deployed with customer environment, not only on a SaaS model, but we are the only company which is giving this on-prem model as well. Now with this Watson X, we have three products which are Watson X.ai, Watson X.data, Watson X.governance. All these three products coming together with large language models and the library which is ready for customers to use, it gives them a lot of confidence, because Watson X.governance always take care of the data lineage and it is always available to audit. And organizations or businesses which want to trust AI and want to work towards the outcome of AI can actually trust organizations like IBM for the products that they are going to deploy for enabling those organizations on artificial intelligence.
Thank you. So, last question for both of you. We'll start with you, Mr. Pardi. You're responsible, your whole life seems to rotate now around digital transformation for the past 10, 15, 20 years. You said 2004. What transformation has your life seen? And don't tell me banking, now net banking, and something outside of banking you have to tell us.
Yeah. You see, since I'm working for the organization, I have seen many places. I have been fortunate to work in different functional areas of the bank across states. I have also got an opportunity to work overseas and deliver services to our overseas branches and subsidiaries. This has given me a lot of inputs how to improve my personal attributes and professional attributes. Of course, I will not speak about professional attributes now. This is for a purely personal perspective, and along with me, my family has traveled through states and to foreign centers. So this has given a different kind of perspective to my family as well. So that is the reason why they feel self-confident and they are able to carry on their own. And I am very happy that this has been possible due to my mother institution.
So transformation because of being exposed to different cultures, different
Correct.
geographies.
Correct.
Wonderful. Ranish. What about you? What transformation has your life seen besides Watson X?
So, Hoshi, organizations like IBM, which are involved in transformation job with customers, in a transformation project, a lot of bandwidth of yours or a personal time of yours gets into, and that is where I think I have learned a lot more, or I am emphasizing a lot more on time management. I am emphasizing a lot more on work-life balance. It's a small family for me, a nuclear family, and we three of us are working in different areas, right? When I'm saying professionally we are involved. How can we spend some quality time together is something which we always explore about. We love traveling, so we travel around and explore new places, and that's how our journey of life, and that's what I'm seeing transformation on my personal life. Another thing which I emphasize on for today's generation and for myself as well, I'm a big fan of learn, unlearn and relearn, and that's what is helping me not only on a professional front but also on a personal front. So whatever was my ideologies, my thought process which I have been brought up with, possibly today's generation has some other ideologies and thought process which I am learning. So that is something which keep me going and transforming our life to a betterment.
Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Great conversation. I just want to end by saying again that the banking industry is extremely fortunate to have you, Mr. Pardi. The way you come across with passion, I actually start feeling that you've just started your career and it's just you're into it for 5 years. You've been just working for 5 years and long way to go. But so glad to have you. Thank you. Keep it going. Keep the energy. Keep the passion. Thank you, folks.
Sir is this way only. He always keeps on bubbling with.
It kind of actually, I just want to say, it shows why Bank of India has transformed so much. So.
You see, the customers are always at the center of everything. So I am really thankful to all my customers who have supported wholeheartedly.
Yep.
Or adapting this so well. I am really thankful to all my customers.
No, but it's so good because seldom do you see a PSU. You're the first conversation I've had in a very long time where a PSU transformation head is totally customer focused. Good luck. Thank you, Ranish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.